I'm Jason Ray and welcome to this week's video vlog. So welcome back. A history has been made because this is the second video vlog that I have made. Granted, it's probably been about 3 or 4 weeks since I did the first video vlog. However, I've just been really busy, to be honest with you, and I've just not had time to actually sit down and start recording. And I know I said I'm going to make this a consistent thing, and I am going to do that, so I'm really going to make the effort and try hard to try and produce one of these every week. And I know I keep saying it, but hey, we're making history because this is the second one. So yeah, it's not all bad, is it? And a couple of things I think I learnt from the first one. One, I think it was way too long. I don't know if it was about an hour long, so it was too long. Needs to be quicker than that. Second thing as well, it was a little bit robotic, and I'll tell you the reason why. That was because I had a teleprompt and I was reading from the teleprompt. I have completely abolished it, and instead I have a piece of paper with some notes on. That is as good as it gets, so it's going to be a little bit more stuttery, I think, but hopefully a little bit more natural. And I think it was an information overload. I know I kind of did like spotlight things, and I was talking about venues and all this kind of thing, and maybe I will continue to do that kind of thing, but I just want to make it a little bit more snappy, a little bit more to the point, rather than long. What a few weeks it's actually been, and it's great to be able to sit here and actually film and talk about what I've actually been up to, because it has just been manic. And even looking back, I mean, I can't remember yesterday, to be honest. So I looked back through the calendar and I was like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. Oh no, yeah, I did that as well. So yeah, you just completely forget. I think you just get so wrapped up in how quick life is, and it's just like on to the next thing all the time, that you literally, before you know it, you think, oh, was that last week or was it yesterday? And honestly, I've got a memory like a sieve, so it's really bad. But what I've been up to, well, wedding season I think is really kicking in now. We've had some decent weather as well, and the Factor 50 has made an appearance once or twice, which is good. You know, it's good. I don't mind. I don't mind putting my Factor 50 on, so as long as I don't burn, because all I have to do is look at the sun, and before you know it, I've got a tan, or more of the lobster look, should I say. But yeah, I've been all over the place. Mitten Hall, Hobbit Hill, Howarth Art Gallery, Beeston Manor, and I've been performing at a variety of times as well, during the drinks reception, which has been really fun. That is obviously after the ceremony. Photographs are being taken. Anybody who's not directly involved, I'm just on cue, just to mingle around, do my thing. I've also done a few during the wedding breakfast, which has been for the bigger weddings where people are waiting for food to be served. So again, I just go in there, mull around and do my thing. And obviously after the wedding breakfast as well, while they do the room change, while the night guests start filtering through, I have been on hand to perform magic. And it's been really good, to be fair. And I think when the weather's nice, kind of gets the spirits a little bit higher as well. And it's just been really fun. I've had some real crackers, to be honest with you. Last week, here's an interesting one. I did an Elvis tribute act. No, I wasn't Elvis, but I actually was kind of like a warm-up before Elvis came on. That was over in Chester, and that was a really good one. I was just mingling around, doing my thing, and it was brilliant. And I really do wish I'd have got some videos, because honestly, people were going absolutely mental. It was really good, and the Elvis act was really good as well when he came on. I did have to shoot literally as soon as he'd done the first song, because I was off to another one. It was a busy day that day. I had 3 on that day, so it was pretty manic. But no, it was really good to do. So yeah, I was chuffed about that one. School proms, I've been doing quite a few school proms. More school proms this year, I think, than ever before. And I think maybe it's just because people are looking for something a little bit different. And I do think that what magic does at a school prom is really break the ice. And that's why it works so well, I think, because, you know, when everyone arrives, especially at that age, I think they're a little bit apprehensive and a little bit like, ooh, you know. So just having me in there, just bringing people together, performing magic, getting them talking, good for the photographs, and yeah, it's been really good to do. And I've worked with so many schools over the years, a lot of repeat bookings as well, which is obviously great. And then probably my highlight of the last few weeks will have been an afternoon with Frank Bruno.
Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest this afternoon, the legend, the former heavyweight champion of the world, Frank Bruno!
Now, I was lucky enough to perform and meet Frank Bruno probably about 10 years ago at an evening with, and I'll try and put a side-by-side image on so you can just see the difference. Frank Bruno looks exactly the same. If not, he probably looks even better now. Whereas, yes, look at me, ballooned in weight, receding hairline, you know that old chestnut. But hey-ho, it is what it is. It was a great afternoon, and I have been booked to do more afternoon wids as well. So keep an eye out on my socials, because there's going to be dart players, there's going to be footballers, there's going to be boxers. It's really, really good, and it's only in Preston. It's at Lostercall, and it's a great afternoon. It really, really is a great afternoon. And Frank Bruno is an absolute gentleman. If you've ever met him, he is so nice, and he has so much time for people to have pictures, to have a chat, sign autographs, etc. Honestly, he's a really, really, really humble, great guy. And listening to him about his career, the ups and downs that he's obviously had with mental health, and how open he is, I just think he's absolutely fantastic. So it's an absolute honour, it really was, to be able to work on the same event as what he was. And I was back at Wigan Warriors. Obviously, I announced probably about 4 or 5 months ago that I'm the resident magician for the Wigan Warriors. I was back in action there. When was that? Last week, was it? Last weekend or 2 weeks ago? Can't remember now. But that was really good as well, doing hospitality. It is a great environment to be at, let me tell you. It's so different performing at a rugby club to what it is at a football club. I can't tell you, it's literally like chalk and cheese. Aside from all that, what else have I been doing? I've been trying to start some DIY, not really going anywhere. The washing machine decided to give up the ghost, and so we decided, right, this would be a great time to sort the utility out, because the office, which I'm filming this in, and next to me here is the utility. It used to be the garage, it's all been converted, but we raised the floor, which meant now, because of that, where the original worktop was in the utility, the washer and the dryer wouldn't fit underneath, so we decided, right, we're going to rip it out and do it all again, and it's just been a bit of a nightmare, and I've just not had time to do it. So that's one thing I am doing. It's also the last year for my son Ronnie. He will be going to high school in September, so we've kind of been preparing him for that. He did a day yesterday at his high school, and he really enjoyed it. And I was pleasantly surprised, because he came to me a couple of days ago and he said, "Dad, I want you to teach me magic." And it was this moment of delight, proud. I couldn't believe it. He'd come to me, not me asking, "Do you want to learn magic?" He came to me and said, "Dad, can you teach me magic?" And I thought, wow, this is it. I just saw it. I can retire, teach Ronnie everything, and I can kick back, relax, and the rest will be history. So I thought, right, let's start with the basics. So I decided that we'll start with shuffling a pack of cards. I said, so this is how you shuffle, and I was going through the motions of it and how to hold the cards, etc. Give it a go, Ronnie. He took the cards, he did one little shuffle, and he went, "Yep, I know that now. What next?" Wasn't really that interested. So that's going to be a work in progress. Hopefully over the holidays, you never know, he might come to me again and say, "Right, I've been practicing, we're going to do a bit more." Or then again, he might just forget and say, "Actually, I don't want to do it." But I thought it was really nice anyway. So yeah, you never know. So I have not retired yet. I'm still out there performing until Ronnie decides that he wants to take over from me. So that's that. So what is it like performing for celebrities? Well, I mean, I'm very, very fortunate. I perform for a lot of celebrities, soap stars, footballers, and yeah, to be honest with you, I don't treat them any different than anybody else, to be honest with you. And most of the time, whenever I see a celebrity, I probably avoid them more than anything until I'm asked to actually go over. For example, when I did the afternoon with Frank Bruno, he was obviously having pictures taken, he was signing autographs, and I was just mulling around doing my thing, and I was happily just going to carry on with that until he came on. But then one of the organisers came to me and went, "Oh, we go and see Frank because he wants to see some magic and he wants to meet you." So I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, that's fine." So yeah, and I kind of have learned, I think, over the years that never do anything different to what you normally do, because I've fallen in that trap before where you think, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to be performing for such a body, I need to do something I've never done before." And it's the worst thing you can ever do, because that added, I don't want to call it pressure, but maybe it is pressure that you feel a little bit, especially if it's somebody who you are a fan of. you decide that, oh, you're a little bit apprehensive already, and then you're going to go and try and do new material that you might not have done before or not worked in enough. You know what I mean? It's just a no-go. So I always just stick to what I know, just do my thing, and then walk away and leave them to it, really, to be honest with you. I don't treat them any different, and I think that's the way to be honest with you. I mean, I've been very, very fortunate over the years to have met some amazing people and been a part of some amazing events as well. But yeah, I think just do your thing and just carry on. So yeah, don't see it as any different. And we're all people at the end of the day, and as long as they like the magic and as long as the magic works, that's probably the main thing. How often do I learn new material? Great question. I am constantly learning new material. I know a lot of magicians out there will have an act and it won't change for 20, 30 years. They will have that act, they'll refine that act, it'll be brilliant, and they'll just carry on performing it. I know some magicians that will have the same routine that they'll do for every single group, but I don't work like that. I'm constantly striving to get better and better, to include more magic. I'm always on the lookout, and I'm always learning something that I feel is going to make a difference in my act. And obviously, because of the residencies that I've had, I mean, some of the residencies spanning over 14 years, it's really important to have new material, because you're going to be seeing the same faces and they don't want to be seeing the same stuff all the time. Sometimes they will ask for it and they'll say, oh, can you do that trick, that you did last time for me? But more often than not, they're happy that you're producing something new. And it's a challenge for me, because I don't want to ever get stuck in the mode of just performing. I'm just going through the motions. I want to be constantly learning and evolving my act and moving it forward and doing things that nobody will have seen before, because that's what I want to do. I want to produce magic that nobody's ever seen before, and that people are going, wow, I've seen magicians, I've seen magic before, but I've never seen anything like this. And it was really nice, actually, because I was at a birthday party at weekend, and a couple that were watching me said they'd seen me, 10 years ago, and they said, the stuff that you do now is just on another level, and nice compliments like that. And when you get those compliments and when you see the reactions and people are being very complimentary of what you do, it only drives me to want to get better and better. And sometimes you are learning something that's tricky, or you're trying to find a way of doing something and you think, flipping it, is it really worth it? But when you have those moments where those compliments come in and people stop you, and when people give you nice feedback and that sort of thing, it just kind of motivates you to even further, to be even better. And it's a bug, to be honest with you. It really is. I just don't stop. I really don't stop. I spent all day yesterday just making different things up and just refining things, just changing things a little bit so it'd work a little bit better here and a little bit better there. I know it sounds a bit vague, that, doesn't it? Because I can't really tell you exactly what I was making, but yeah, it really does. It is a bug, and while I've got that enthusiasm and while age is on my side and I've got that passion for doing it, I think it's really important that I strive as much as I can to to be the best that I possibly can. Because at the end of the day, when I'm out there performing in the real world for real people, I want people to turn around and say, you're the best. I've never seen anyone as good as what I'm seeing right now. Not just with the magic, with the performance and the presentation as well. So it's kind of like the full thing for me. So yeah, there you go. Been a little bit of a glimpse there into learning new material, and yeah, it never stops. So, a funny fail. Well, I was thinking, what should we talk about this weekend? And I thought about it, and I thought, there's one story that I always enjoy telling when I talk to people about magic, and that is when I first started. Kind of the golden rule when you first start in magic is to get out and perform. Anytime, anywhere. Make sure you've always got a pack of cards on you, or make sure you've always got something on you, so that, if that moment arises where you can say, oh, actually, I'm going to show you something, you're going to be able to do it. And I remember I turned up at a wedding, one of the first weddings I'd ever done. It was for a family friend, and it was kind of in like quite a large country pub, and it had a room to the side where the wedding was, and then obviously a bar area where everybody else was, your regulars were coming in and dining, etc. And I did feel nervous because, I hadn't been performing long. So I thought, right, I'm going to have a little warm-up. So I filled all my pockets up. I thought, right, I'm going to have a mingle round. And I saw a couple and I thought, these look nice. So I went over and went, oh, hi, how are you? You all right? and they weren't really giving me much. I was a bit shocked, to be fair, because I was thinking, oh, they look nice from a distance, but hey-ho. But I was like, oh, hi, I'm just going to show you a bit of magic. And they kind of cut me off straight away and went, no, we don't want to watch. And I was like, oh. And if that happens now, age obviously is a beautiful thing. You learn not everyone's going to like magic. It might not be the time or the place to be performing magic. You know, something might be going on, etc. So you walk away and you say, listen, no problem at all. If you want to see me, I'll come back later on. In the meantime, have a great night and enjoy yourself. However, I just wanted to perform magic, and I was like, oh, no, this will be really good, you'll really enjoy it. And again, they said, no, we don't want to watch. And I went, but it'll be really good, honestly, it'll be really, look, pick a card, it'll be really nice, you'll enjoy it, it'll be great fun, and all the rest of it. And then all of a sudden, I got stopped halfway through, and they said, listen, we're in the middle of discussing our divorce, we really do not want to watch. Oh dear. So there you go, I'm going to leave it at that for this week's vlog. I hope this has been better than the last one. If you did watch the first one, thank you so much. Hopefully you will see this one through to the end. If you maybe got through the first one halfway through and went, oh, can't watch any more of this. This is shorter, it's sweeter, it's more to the point. Hopefully it'll come across that way as well once I've edited it up a little bit, get a bit of music on there as well. If you've any questions, please leave a comment on this video. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. And yeah, I will see you on the next vlog, which should be next week. I'm going to do my best. I've decided just to have one day during the week where I just film all my videos and then I can spend a little bit of time editing them. Hopefully they'll go out on a Sunday, so by the time this one goes out on a Sunday I should have filmed the next one, so I should be a week ahead, so hopefully we shouldn't have any issues. But thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next vlog.